of Empowering Minds of Maryland's Youth. And I just want to start off by saying we are so thankful for Steve and Marjorie Harvey Foundation. They partnered with us to have our suitcase drive, and we were able to donate 200 suitcases to Bethany Christian Foster Care Agency. So I have with me here today Mr. Sean Felder. And so Sean, could you just tell us a little bit about why this is important to you, the suitcase drive? So this is, well, I didn't say, but this is EMMY's 3rd annual suitcase drive. So each year we find a different foster care agency to bless, and this year we were able to, like I said, exceed our goal and hit 200 suitcases. But why is this important to you?
So, great question, Nicole, and thanks for having me today. So for 11 years of my life, I grew up as a foster child. I got placed into the foster care system at 6 years old, got adopted at 17. It was a long learning process. But in the process of transitioning from home to home, group home, foster home, back when I was in foster care, we didn't have suitcases. We had trash bags, so it was almost essentially like we were literally homeless going from place to place, right? So to be able to be a part of this and actually give children suitcases to carry their stuff in is amazing. It is more formal. It's a blessing, A suitcase goes way further than a trash bag, So
sure.
This is why this is so important to me. This is great idea, great donation.
So I worked at a foster care agency,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw firsthand the children coming with a trash bag, and the trash bag having holes in it, and them trying to hold their personal items so that they wouldn't fall out of the bag. And it's just heart-wrenching. And you say now, but actually it's still going on to this day. And so this time we were able to bless 200 youth. But next year we want to, really by leaps and bounds exceed that goal, because the more suitcases we collect, the more children we can dispel that whole image of their items aren't trash. And that is so important. We're sending a message to people when you put your things in a trash bag. You're sending that message that their items don't mean anything, that their items are garbage, and they're not. That's their personal belongings. And we want them to be able to take pride in their items. So we have been able to collect beautiful new suitcases. And I am so thankful for all of our sponsors and supporters, which we'll list shortly. But we're just so thankful for each and every one who donated a suitcase. So if you could, make your compelling statement to everyone that's watching of why they should purchase a suitcase, what would you say?
If anyone is watching, I would say purchase a suitcase. And here's why. The thought and the feeling of a suitcase to a child is, wow, I'm going somewhere far in life and I got a good case to carry it in. So I encourage you, go out, get a suitcase, support a child. You never know how you'll make them feel.
Thank you, Sean. Now, aside, I didn't mention that you are a newly elected board member for Empowering Minds of Maryland's Youth. How does it feel to actually be a part of an organization that's really working to help to dispel this image with the youth?
I gotta admit, it is an amazing feeling. There's not a lot of organizations out here that support not only just Maryland youth, but even the foster care youth, right? A lot of people say, hey, well, they're in the system, so they're good, and it's not always the case. So the fact that this organization, EMMY, is out doing these great things in the community, I commend you. I'm happy to be a part of it. I'm not going anywhere, and I encourage more people to come on board.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
And not only that, but Sean was a major sponsor. He, with Royal Comfort, was able to donate a U-Haul truck to help us to deliver all of these suitcases to the foster care agency. So thank you so much again. So if anybody needs a mattress, go see Royal Comfort, because you know that they are not only providing awesome mattresses, but they are helping in the community as well, and that's so important. Hi everyone, we are back again. And so this time we are here with, can you state your name and your position here at Bethany?
So I'm Bumi Akinko, and I serve as the Executive Director here at Bethany Christian Services.
Thank you so much, Bumi. I did not want to mess up your name.
No problem at all.
So tell us why it's so important for us to be able to bless other youth with brand new suitcases.
So first of all, thank you so much to your organization for doing this. This is something that sometimes seems like a little thing, but it means so much to kids. You know, I know that having worked in child welfare actually my entire career as a social worker, sometimes kids have had the unfortunate experience of when they are moving from home to home, having their things transported in a trash bag. And you know, it sometimes gives a message to the child that, you know, that their things are not important. Right. You know, because we use trash bags for garbage. And so when a child is leaving and they feel like my things were put in a trash bag, that sends a really bad message to them. And so having suitcases to provide, to ensure that when kids are transported, they feel the dignity that we're saying that they have, that regardless of their circumstances, that they are people with dignity, people with value, people with purpose, and their things are valuable and should be transported with care. And I look at these suitcases, these are wonderful suitcases. They say your things should be protected. Yeah. Your things should be transported with care. And so by providing this, you really are providing a message of just significant value to the kids, and that makes such a big difference. So I just really appreciate that.
I think if you could just touch on self-worth a little bit as it relates to the suitcases, I think that would be important for us not to, you know, share.
Absolutely. You know, I think that for any of us, you know, our self-worth, you know, sometimes, especially with a child, when they've gone through so many things, they tie their self-worth to their circumstances. Somehow this is my fault or this has happened to me. But, you know, when we can begin to add things that say, no, we see you as a person of dignity and value, that is so important. And you know, one thing with a suitcase is we all use suitcases, right? This is not something that would just be unique to them and their experience. And you know, sometimes a suitcase is about traveling. It's about an adventure. It's about a new journey, a destination. What if we change the language of a child moving from one placement to another as a journey and not just as being put out? Right. You know, that begins to change it. And words are important.
They are. You know, when you were speaking, I was thinking about cognitive behavior therapy. Yes. And just changing the way they think about what's going on. So it doesn't have to be a bad thing because you're going to a new home, but you can take your brand new luggage and go to this new home and be excited about it because this may be the best family for you. Exactly. And that is a clear message that we want to send, along with that your things aren't junk, your things aren't garbage, that these are just as important as our things. And we want you to be able to take pride in each and everything that you own.
Absolutely. That's why I really love the name of your organization, Empowering Minds of Maryland Youth. Exactly, along the lines of CBT, is when we begin to change their thoughts in their minds, then it will begin to change their feelings, and that could influence their actions. Yes. And so then the potential that we see in Maryland youth, in kids in foster care around the U.S., that can then be conveyed to them because we are going to show them through our actions as well that they have people of value and they have dignity and they have worth.
Yes. And not only were we able to donate suitcases, but we were able to donate 3 boxes of blankets donated to us from Liberty Road Fire Company. And they are the one of the historic first black, all black fire units. Wow. Volunteer fire units, I should say. Wow. In Baltimore County. And so I met with the president, and she, Nicole Jones, and she donated all of these blankets to the foster care children. So I hope that they can not only take pride in their suitcases, but now they'll get a nice warm blanket to go along with it. So
I love that. Thank you so much.
Oh,
That
you're
is
so
so thoughtful. So
Yes.
thoughtful. And yes, what we all love to kind of be wrapped in a warm blanket.
Yes.
And that in a way, it's like almost like a hug.
Yes.
So it's a hug from the Fire Road
Yes.
Department. Yes.
Liberty Road.
Liberty Road. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. We do.
Awesome. So do you have any final thoughts or anything that I didn't ask that you feel would be important for our viewers to know why it's so important to, help support organizations that are collecting suitcases or doing something for foster care youth?
I really believe that children in foster care have so much potential. And I just, I'm so excited whenever an organization says we want to come and we want to stand behind children because we want to see that potential released and unleashed for them. And so I really appreciate organizations like yours that are doing that because, again, little drops, you never know what moment of impact is what is going to really speak to that child right when they're down. It could be just that suitcase that was in their favorite color, that all of a sudden they go, wow, that lets me know that I'm loved, that I'm cared for, that I'm seen.
Right.
Because many times kids in foster care feel like they're not seen.
Right.
But this says, we see you, we hear you, we
Yes.
believe in you.
We love you.
Yes, you are loved, and we believe in you. And so that is such an important thing. So thank you again, and definitely any organization out there that's doing the work, hear from those of us who are out there in the field, it makes such a difference, and we so appreciate you.
Thank you so much. And thank you, Steve and Marjorie Harvey Foundation, because without you, this all could not be possible. So we just thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And please, if you're watching this, visit our website at www.empoweringyouth.usa.net. Again, that's www.empoweringyouthUSA.net, or you can give us a call at 1-888-41-MINDS, 1-888-416-4637. The Suitcase Drive is in memory of Dolores Hanson and Edna Mae Ford.